quiet park, a distant coastline, a temple far from home. We travel thousands of miles, hoping to find something we sometimes struggle to find within ourselves. Peace. But I've been thinking, maybe we've been asking places to do something they were never meant to do, because a beautiful place cannot give us peace. It can only remind us of something. We already have the ability to create. So perhaps the better question isn't, where can I find peace? Perhaps the question is, what can this place teach me about protecting it? 3 very different places help me think about that question. Toronto, Canada. Portland, Maine. And Chiang Rai, Thailand. 3 places, 3 lessons, and perhaps 1 answer. Toronto moves, people move, traffic moves, streetcars move, information moves, and everywhere we look, something is asking for our attention. Look here, respond to this, check that, keep moving, but then you reach the water, you sit beneath a tree, you walk without checking your phone, you drink a cup of coffee without doing anything else. And something changes, not necessarily Toronto, you. That's an important distinction, because Toronto reminds me that the world doesn't have to become quiet before I do. We sometimes imagine peace as the absence of activity, no traffic, no deadlines, no interruptions, no noise. But most of us don't live there. We live in motion. We have responsibilities, families, work, messages, problems to solve, places to be. So if peace requires the entire world to cooperate, we may spend our lives waiting for it. Maybe wisdom is learning how to remain centered while life continues moving around us, choosing which conversations deserve us, choosing which voices enter our thoughts, choosing when the phone can wait, choosing when we can simply be present. Toronto teaches me that peace doesn't always require escape. Sometimes it requires boundaries. The city can keep moving, and we can still choose our pace. But sometimes, the lesson isn't learning how to live inside the movement. Sometimes, the lesson is remembering how little we actually need. Portland feels different. The rhythm changes. Water, boats, old streets, morning coffee, footsteps, the horizon. Nothing here needs to compete for attention, and perhaps that's part of the lesson. Modern life encourages us to add another commitment, another notification, another opinion, another goal, another thing we're supposed to care about. But peace often asks the opposite question: what can I remove? What doesn't need my attention today? Which argument doesn't require my participation? Which obligation did I accept only because I was afraid to say no? Which moment have I made unnecessarily complicated? Standing near the water, watching boats come and go, there is a simplicity that feels almost instructional. The ocean doesn't hurry because we do. The horizon doesn't demand that we accomplish anything. For a moment, we're simply allowed to notice, and maybe that's why simple moments matter so much. A few minutes with nowhere else to be. These moments aren't small when we're actually present for them. Portland reminds me that protecting peace sometimes means making room for it, not adding another practice, not buying another thing, not traveling farther, simply removing some of the noise. Because every time we say no to what drains us, we create space for something else. Rest, attention, joy, people we love, ourselves. Maybe peace isn't always something we need to pursue. Sometimes it's what remains when we stop filling every empty space. Movement taught us to find stillness within ourselves. Simplicity taught us to make room for it. But there is another lesson. Peace doesn't only need to be discovered, it needs to be cultivated. Chiang Rai invites a different kind of attention. A temple courtyard. Morning light. Mountains in the distance. Gardens. Tea. Footsteps. A moment to simply observe. But what interests me isn't that Chiang Rai is somehow a place where peace magically exists. No place is. What interests me is intention. Peaceful spaces rarely happen by accident. Someone creates them. Someone tends the garden. Someone designs the path. Someone protects the quiet. Someone decides what belongs there and what doesn't. And standing in spaces like these, I sometimes wonder why we don't treat our inner lives with the same care. Imagine your mind as a place. What have you allowed to enter it? What are you planting there? What are you repeatedly feeding? Fear, anger, comparison, noise, or curiosity, gratitude, wisdom, joy, peace? We cannot control everything that happens around us, and we certainly cannot control everything that happens in the world, but we can become more intentional about what receives our attention. That may be one of the greatest forms of freedom we possess, because attention isn't simply something we give. It's something from which our lives are built. What we repeatedly watch begins shaping how we see. What we repeatedly hear begins influencing what we believe. What we repeatedly think begins becoming the world we experience. So guarding our inner world isn't about hiding from life. It's about choosing how we participate in it. Chiang Rai reminds me that peace is cultivated, protected, practiced again and again. Toronto, Portland, Chiang Rai, 3 places that couldn't look more different, yet each teaches something about the same human need. Toronto reminds me that peace can exist within movement. Portland reminds me that simplicity creates room to breathe. And Chiang Rai reminds me that peaceful spaces are created intentionally. But eventually, we leave. We leave the waterfront, we leave the harbor, we leave the temple, we board the plane. We unpack the suitcase, and ordinary life returns. That's when the real journey begins, because the purpose of travel isn't simply to collect beautiful places. It's to allow those places to teach us how to live. So the next time you find peace somewhere beautiful, don't only photograph it, don't only post it, don't only remember it, study it. Ask yourself, what made this moment feel different? Before your next journey, ask yourself one question. What might this place teach me? I'm Dr. Lorenzo. I'll see you in the next episode of Wisdom Through Place. Stay wise, stay free.